Does reading the news actually improve your LNAT score? It is an excellent foundational strategy, but reading passively is simply not enough to secure a top mark on its own. Here is the direct answer. Reading high-quality publications like The Economist or the Financial Times builds cognitive stamina, and it familiarizes you with the socio-economic themes frequently tested in both Section A and Section B. However, this habit must be combined with active analysis and targeted exam practice. The LNAT is a rigorous aptitude test measuring your ability to comprehend, analyze, and evaluate dense argumentative texts. The 12 passages in Section A are often drawn from broadsheet journalism, academic essays, and opinion pieces on politics, philosophy, economics, and ethics. Engaging with similar material daily acclimatizes your brain to that style. The LNAT requires intense focus for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Many students, used to short-form social media, find 12 dense passages exhausting. Regularly reading long, analytical articles builds the endurance to concentrate from first passage to last. It also expands your vocabulary. The LNAT does not test definitions directly, but strong vocabulary is a prerequisite for comprehension. Meeting words like epistemological, hegemony, or didactic in daily reading means they will not trip you up on test day. Reading the news helps Section B as well. That 40-minute essay asks you to defend a position on contemporary ethics, public policy, human rights, or social justice. News gives you a reservoir of real-world examples and nuanced perspectives. But remember, passive reading will not improve your score. When your eyes glaze over the words without engaging your critical faculties, you gain very little. To benefit, you must read actively and deliberately. So whenever you finish an article, force yourself to answer 4 key questions. First, what is the core thesis? Summarize the author's main argument in a single, clear sentence. Second, what are the supporting premises? Identify the key evidence and the logical steps the author uses to build their case. Third, what is the tone? Are they objective, sardonic, passionate, or cynical? Fourth, what are the underlying assumptions that must hold for the argument to be logically sound? This exact analytical process mirrors the cognitive demands of the LNAT multiple choice questions almost perfectly. But be careful, because relying too heavily on outside knowledge can be a fatal flaw. The LNAT explicitly states you do not need prior knowledge, and well-read candidates are often the ones who fall into this trap. When tackling Section A, you must answer based solely on the provided passage. If a Financial Times article contradicts an LNAT text, you treat the LNAT passage as absolute truth for the purpose of that question. Distractor options frequently include statements that are factually true in the real world but unsupported by the text. You must firmly separate your general knowledge from your reading comprehension, or those traps will catch you. One more tip on quality over quantity. 30 minutes actively dissecting 2 complex opinion pieces is far more valuable than 2 hours passively scrolling through headlines that never engage your reasoning. Translating this reading foundation into a competitive score requires mastering the test mechanics. Natural aptitude and a strong reading habit alone rarely reach the high 20s. The reliable lever is high-volume, timed, digital practice. Physical books cannot replicate the on-screen timer and interface of the Pearson exam. You must practice applying your skills under strict time pressure, using the exact format you will face on test day. Try our free, full-length LNAT practice test today at LawMint.uk. It is the perfect way to test your active reading skills under realistic, timed conditions and see where you really stand. Take your preparation further with the full series of 200 full-length tests featuring 8,400 multiple-choice questions. Head to LawMint.uk and subscribe to @LNAT Prep on YouTube for more.